welcome to Heart and Soul Yoga with Sharon. I am Sharon. So we're very close to a full moon, and so we're going to celebrate the cycle of the moon in our practice this evening. If you have a block or some kind of a sturdy book, or maybe even a blanket that you could roll up as a support, you might need that. You might want a soft pillow for your legs at the end of Shavasana if you don't have a bolster, and maybe an eye pillow or a blanket to cover up for Shavasana as well. So I'll give you a moment to gather those things, and then we're going to begin on our backs. So as you're making your way to your mat with whatever support you need, I will meet you down on the mat on your back. All right, once you've gathered your things and started making your way down to your back, we're going to slowly bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees relax out to the sides. Just let them go as far as feels comfortable. Just let them relax out. We're going to let the arms release out to the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Try to relax the shoulders back. And this is going to represent our new moon phase, the quiet, dark portion of the moon phase. We don't typically see, quote, see the moon in moon phase in the evening, new moon phase. So we're just going to let our body feel the stillness of that new moon position. And just maybe spend a moment here as you're letting your breath just flow through your body. Maybe spend a moment here just reminiscing back over the last month. Think about things that have been difficult. Maybe think about things that are holding you back, or think about things that maybe you don't have control over. I want you to start converting those thoughts with your breath to what you have done that you're proud of over the last month. So inhale, think of maybe something you're proud of. Exhale, and let go of whatever negative that you need to. Maybe it's what you don't have control over. Inhale, maybe think of what you've done well in the last month. And exhale, let go of that negativity, whatever comes to mind. Inhale, thinking of the good in your life. Exhale, letting go. Inhaling nice and deep into that belly. Exhaling, slowly letting go. Becoming more and more focused in on yourself and on your breath as we continue with that nice deepened breath down into the belly, taking in all the good. Exhaling and releasing everything, or little things at a time. that no longer serve you. Inhale, take it in. Exhale, send it out. Let's just continue with that breath. Let's pause here for a couple more breaths. And just take notice of the stillness in your body at this point. Beautiful. We're going to continue with that breath. We're going to transition the legs back to feet to the mat, knees to the ceiling. We're going to slowly walk the feet out to the edge of your mat if you're on a mat, or slightly wider than your hips here. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, release the knees down to the right, windshield wipers. Inhale, slowly bring the knees back to center. Move nice and slow with your breath. Exhale. Release the knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, release to the left. Let's do that 2 more times. Really nice, slow movements with your legs matching your breath. Last time to the left. And we'll make our way back to center. Slowly walk the feet back to sit bone position and just pause here. Now, if you have that block or that support, slowly make it way to your side here. And we're going to come into supported bridge. So we're going to lift the hips with the inhale just high enough that we can slide whatever support we have underneath. And slowly let those hips release down onto the block. Or maybe it's a pillow, or maybe it's a rolled blanket, whatever you can use under your support for your hips here. And we're just gonna let the arms relax back out. And we're just gonna pause here. Let those hips release into whatever support you have. And come back to your breath. I'm going to pause here for just a few more rounds of breath. And with your next inhale, whenever that is, slowly lift those hips just high enough where you can take the support out from underneath, setting it off to the side and exhaling as you slowly, mindfully let the back release down. And we'll just pause here. Awesome. We're going to take the body off to one side. We'll just roll to one side. Let's pause here for a breath or two as we begin to transition from our new phase of the moon to our first quarter. So we're going to add a little activity, just gentle activity. So let's bring the body upright, pressing the arms and hands, and we're going to make our way to tabletop position. So finding tabletop, we're going to get those hands directly underneath our shoulders, and then our knees directly underneath our hips. And we're just going to pause here, pressing the hands into the floor, a nice, soft, gentle gaze into the mat. Pausing here. You can also use this blanket here for some knee support. So if you have that blanket handy, and do a little bit of movement here. So if you need to cushion your knees, now would be a good time to do that. All right, let's begin to go into a little flow here. So we're going to inhale slightly up over the hands. Exhale, we're going to slowly let the hips press back into a slight child's pose. Just let it go back a little gently. Inhale, we're going to let the hands float out, head float out over the hands, sorry. Exhale, gently let the hips release back. Beautiful. Inhale, letting the body lean up over the arms. Exhale, let the hips release back. Beautiful. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale as you let the body release up over the arms. Exhale as you let the body release back. Awesome. Just keep moving with that with your breath, nice and gentle. Keep using that exhale to let go, whatever it is you need to let go. And the next time you inhale, let's take it back to just our tabletop position here. Now we're just going to sway the hips to the right and then sway to the left. So just a nice gentle swaying side to side. Maybe get a little stretch on the outer portion of the IT area of each leg there. Might feel a little bit of stretch in your hips here as well. Beautiful. And just keep that gaze gently on the mat. You want to keep that neck in nice alignment here. Keep that neck nice and healthy. Awesome. All right, let's settle back to tabletop here. And now we're going to come into some cat-cow movements. So as you inhale, we're going to let the chin lift up, let the belly drop towards the floor. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest, arch the back. Feel that belly button press into the spine. Awesome. Inhale, release it out. Chin lifts up, belly drops towards the floor. Exhale, Chin to chest, arch the back. Let's do that 2 more times. Keep pressing into the floor with the hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arch it out. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Take it back to neutral tabletop here. And we're going to get the weight into the right hand. And we're going to just gently inhale as you let the left arm float up. And exhale, just kind of let it go slightly through the right arm. We're not going to go all the way down. Inhale, lift up that shoulder and that arm to the sky. Exhale, just kind of let it thread through, but don't go all the way through. Inhale, releasing the left arm up as best you can. Exhale, floating it back through, threading. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. This time we're going to thread all the way down. Let that left shoulder come down. The right arm can release out overhead. Or if you'd like to, just leave it nice and relaxed on the mat in the front. Or if you really want to, you can take the right hand, palm facing the ceiling, to the small of the back. So we're going to pause here in whatever spot feels good here. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. One more breath. Let's release that right arm to the mat. Press into the floor with the right hand. Unthread the left. Beautiful. All right, let's do the other side. Put the weight into the left hand this time. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through partially. Inhale, release the arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. 2 more times. Inhale, release up. Exhale, threading it. Inhale, release up. This time we're going to thread all the way through. Bringing that right shoulder down. Let the head relax down. Left arm can just relax right here at the side. You can reach up towards the top of the mat. Or it can go to the small of the back, palm facing the ceiling. So find what feels good here. And we'll pause here for a few breaths. Let's take one more breath here. Release the left hand back to press up on threading. Beautiful. All right, let's make our way to kneeling, high knee, kneeling position here. I'm going to turn my mat so that I'm facing you. You just stay right where you are. Beautiful. I'm going to come into a half moon-like position. So I'd like you to take your left leg and extend it out to the side. Get nice and secure there, nice and strong in the right leg, nice and supported in the left leg. I'm going to inhale the right arm up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to let that right arm guide us into a little side bend. Let the left arm just slide down that left leg. Beautiful. Pause here and let's take several breaths. See if you can feel the body being stretched and released along that right side of your body. Use that breath to massage yourself here. Continuing to use that exhale to let go anything that's no longer serving you. Awesome. Let's take one more breath here. And if the arm overhead is not comfortable, you can always bring that arm to the heart center or to the left shoulder. Let's take one more breath. And we'll use the right arm to bring us back upright and slowly make your way back to a high knee position. Awesome. Now we're going to let that right foot slide out. Get nice and secure, nice and supported here. Sit up, stand up nice and tall. I'm not standing, but there you go. Inhale the left arm up overhead. And as you exhale, let that right arm slide down. Left arm just kind of guide you into a little side bend here. Again, if the arm overhead is not comfortable or not working for you at this time, take it to your heart center or let the right arm release to the left arm, release to the left, right shoulder. So whatever feels good here. Again, find your breath here. Let that breath move up and down your left side. Awesome. Let's take one more breath here. And we're going to bring the body back up to high knee position. As we transition to the third quarter, our activity in our bodies tends to get a little more active. So we're going to mimic that with our kneeling salutations flow here. So we're going to inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, take the arms back up overhead. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, let's side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to press the hips back. Let the hands release down in front. Extended child. Inhale, release out to tabletop. Exhale here. And inhale, we'll take the arms up overhead. Exhale, heart center. Let's do 2 more rounds of salutations. Just move with your breath here. Inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale out. Maybe close the eyes if that feels good, if you feel safe and secure. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left crescent, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale, release it into extended child, sending the hips back, releasing the arms out. Inhale, take it to tabletop. Exhale here. Inhale, we're going to take the arms back up overhead. Exhale, heart center. Beautiful. One more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heart center. Move with your breath here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, crescent to the right, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale as you release to extended child, letting the hips flex back towards the feet. Inhale, release out to tabletop. Exhale here. And inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, heart center. And let's pause here. We're going to begin to make our way to the full moon portion of our practice. So we're actually going to come to standing. So I'll take you through that very slowly, very mindfully. So we're going to release down to tabletop here. We're going to come into a very gentle down dog. So curl the toes under. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Release the hips up, but we're going to keep those knees really bent here. This is very gentle down dog. We're not trying to get a really deep stretch here. And we're going to look to our hands and we're going to slowly, very mindfully, slowly walk the hands and the feet together into a very relaxed forward fold. Let those knees really bend here. And then we're going to inhale as we sweep the arms out to the sides. Exhale, bring the palms together, heart center. Beautiful. Pause here, maybe bring the eyes closed. I'm going to do what I'm going to call a little moon breath. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, release the arms back up overhead. Exhale to the heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale, heart center. I'm going to continue with that little sweepy motion. Inhale, arms up overhead. Nice and gentle. Exhale, just a little tiny little back bend here. Inhale, back center. And heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Palms together. Exhale, tiny little crescent back bend. Inhale, back center. Exhale, heart center. Release the arms down to your side. We're going to turn ever so slightly to the left. And we're just going to sweep the arms up. Just go as high as feels good. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, sweep them back down as you turn back center. This time we're going to turn right. Inhale as you sweep the arms up. Exhale as you sweep the arms down, bringing the body back center. Awesome. Inhale as you sweep and turn to the left. Exhale, sweep down and turn center. Inhale, sweep and turn right. Beautiful, nice, gentle sweeping. Exhale, sweep and turn center. Let's do that one more time to each side. Inhale, sweep and turn left. Exhale, sweep and turn right center. Inhale, sweep and turn right. Exhale, sweep and turn back center. And let's just pause here. We're going to make our way back down to the mat. So inhale, take the arms overhead. Bring them together. Exhale, just fold through the heart center. Bend those knees. Release the hands down. Step it back to that gentle, gentle down dog. Let those knees bend. Take one breath here. Release those knees down. Back to tabletop. Then we'll just do one round of cat-cow here. Inhale as you lift up. Making our way back through the moon cycle. Awesome. I mentioned third quarter earlier. I misplaced that. Now is when we're in our third quarter. One more round. Miss Science teacher misspoke. Oops. Make your way back to neutral tabletop. Pause here. We're going to let the forearms go down to the mat. And then we're going to slowly let the heart center melt down as the arms reach out as far as feels comfortable. And then we're eventually going to let the heart center melt all the way down to the mat and let the forehead rest down. Extended puppy pose. And this is a nice little gentle stretch on the shoulders. If this is a little too much for you, bend those elbows a little bit. Relieve a little bit of that stretch on the shoulders. If you need a little bit more, walk the fingers out a little bit and maybe even cupcake those fingers a little bit. Awesome. Find what feels good here, and we'll take 2 more nice deep breaths. We're going to slowly, mindfully bring the body back upright. Awesome. Pause here. All right, we're going to go the opposite way now. So we're going to take those knees nice and wide. And we're going to let those toes kiss together in the back. Let those hips release back. And we're just going to let it melt down into child's pose here. So if for some reason the hips release back is a little uncomfortable, a couple things you can do is use this blanket to cushion underneath between the hamstring and the calf. Or if you have that pillow handy, that might be a nice little cushion there as well. To kind of sit back on. So find what feels good. And we're going to pause here for several breaths. Keep releasing with that exhale. So very slowly, we're going to begin to press the body back up to tabletop. Pause here. And then we're going to slowly let the hips relax down to one side or the other. And then again, we're going to let those legs swing around. So we're going to begin to make our way down to our backs as we make our way back to the new moon phase. And this is also a good activity for the full moon, because our bodies with the full moon are getting really agitated and excited, and we need to bring ourselves down. So that's what we're going to work on right now. Since we do have a full moon coming up, you might be feeling it in your body. So I'll start to slow down here. So if you have those comforts, pillow, blanket, eye pillow, just have those handy with close by when we're ready for our beautiful Savasana. So let's make our way down to our backs. Just take your time, whatever way works for you. And we're just going to pause here, completely relaxed out. All right, we're going to slowly bring the feet to the mat, knees up to the ceiling. Pause here. Now we're going to begin to hug in our right knee here. And just pause here. So let's take that right knee into the right hand. Let that left arm release out to a T here. Then we're going to slowly let that right knee be released down to the right. You want to make sure that your left hip stays in contact with the mat, so we don't want to open up like this. So just let that right knee go as far as your left hip will allow. And we're just going to pause here. You may decide to let that left leg extend all the way out if that feels good, or you may decide to leave it right where it was with the foot to the mat. So find what feels good here, what works best for your body. And pause and breathe. Really starting to feel the slow down, but yet the breath is still moving through your body. Let's take one more breath here. All right, let's release that right knee back to center. Hug it in just slightly, and then let it release back, the foot back to the mat. And just pause here. All right, let's slowly let that left knee begin to be hugged in. And then we'll just pause here with it hugged in. Relax those shoulders down. We don't want to be straining, having that neck all strained. So have that neck nice and relaxed. Awesome. Keep exhaling, letting a little bit more go that doesn't stop, no longer serves you. All right, so let's release the left knee into the left hand. Right arm releases out to T. And we're just going to gently let that left knee release down. Keep that right hip in contact. Just let it go as far as feels good. If that right hip begins to lift up, don't go any further. Pause there. Again, you can leave that right knee bent right where it is, or you can extend that right leg all the way down if that feels good. So find what works for your body in this spot here. And then make your way back to your breath. Let's take one more nice deep breath here. And we'll slowly bring that left knee in. Hook it in ever so slightly. And then we're going to bring that right knee, wherever it is, to join it. And just gently rock side to side. And we're going to let the right arm guide the knees down to the right into supine twist. The left arm releases out to a T. Try to keep those thighs together if you can. We'll pause here for just a couple breaths. One more breath. Slowly guide those knees back to center. And then we'll release the knees with the left hand down to the left. Right arm floats out to a T. Breathe here. Let's take one more nice deep breath here. Release those knees back to center. And we're going to make our way to Shavasana. I'd like to offer a specific Shavasana pose if you have the supports available. What I'm going to use is my pillow, and I'm going to come into that supine butterfly, but letting my legs release to the pillow. So if you want to try this as your Shavasana pose, you're welcome to, or you can move into any Shavasana pose that feels more comfortable to you. I always like to cover with a blanket to help the body begin to relax down and slow down. That's the whole point of this full moon sequence, is to bring the body to where it feels slowed down, relaxed, and able to let go. And again, if you have an eye pillow or maybe a small washcloth or something to cover your eyes with, begin to do that. And we're going to slowly start to feel the body really begin to relax here. The breath is slowing down. The bones and the muscles are getting really heavy and releasing towards the earth. And we're going to pause here and rest for several minutes. So enjoy this rest. Enjoy this quietude. Enjoy this peace. And I'll bring you back in a little bit. very gently, very mindfully, and to make your way back to your breath. Feeling that breath moving in and out of your body ever so gently. Slowly add some movement to your body, starting with your fingers and toes, maybe some wrists and ankles. Slowly bringing your body back to your space. And as it begins to feel right, slowly make your way to one side. And just pause on that side for a breath or two. All right, very gently when it feels right. Use those arms and hands. Press that body upright. Let that head stay really relaxed here until the last minute. Just peeking out my window, seeing almost full moon. It's really bright out. So hopefully this practice allowed you to find that slow down state. And take that with you. So let's release the hands out to the sides. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, heart center. Bow ever so slightly to yourself. And thank yourself for allowing your body to show up and breathe and find a little stretch. And most importantly, finding some rest. And I thank you so much for joining me. The light in me sees and honors the light in each one of you. Namaste. Beautiful. Thank you all so much, and be well.